Hi, I'm Jimmy, and Oculus sent me its new wireless Oculus Go headset to review. Is it any good? Let's break it down.
Oculus Go is the company's first standalone VR headset. This means it doesn't require a PC or a phone. Its wireless design and mobile processor make it most similar to Samsung's Gear VR headset before it, but because it has all the specs built in, it's not contingent upon a phone's resolution, refresh rate, battery life, or performance capabilities. Because Oculus is designing both the hardware and software this time around, it allows the company to have complete control over the ecosystem. This means it doesn't have to share a phone's processing capabilities with non-VR related apps.
Starting out at $200, Oculus Go is Facebook's plan to make VR much more mainstream. While the headset has a lot going for it, it's more of an evolutionary step than a revolutionary one.
Setting up the headset takes a short handful of minutes. Perhaps the most surprising thing about the process is that you have to download the Oculus app on a smartphone to set it up. The headset was designed in partnership with Chinese manufacturer Xiaomi and features an unassuming gray design. One aspect that makes the headset interesting is that it features unique open-ear audio drivers. They support positional audio but don't pack much bass. Still, it's kind of refreshing to get clear audio without anything pushing up against your ears. On top of the headset, there's a volume rocker and a power button. To the left, there's a micro USB charging port and an audio jack in case you wanted to plug in your own headphones for a more private listening experience. At the bottom, Oculus Go features dual mics. And in case you're wondering, the headset supports glasses. It even comes with an eyeglass spacer for glass wearers. Oculus says it will also soon offer prescription lenses that you can pop in as well. There is some slight nose bleeding, and I kind of wish Oculus Go borrowed the Vive's nose flap here. Instead, it seems to have borrowed the Vive's strap design and ergonomics. At 468 grams, Oculus Go weighs about as much as the Vive, which is kinda heavy. It's about as comfortable as HTC's desktop VR headset too. I wish the back was more rigid and acted as a counterweight so it's not too front heavy. As is, it squeezes up against your face a bit. The mesh padding is good, but the weight distribution ends up putting more pressure against my upper cheeks than I would like.
Like the Gear VR before it, Oculus Go is a 3 degrees of freedom movement VR headset, otherwise known as 3DOF. This effectively means that you can lean left and right, up and down, but can't lean forwards or backwards, like you can with the Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, which use external trackers.
Oculus is making a more premium VR headset codenamed Project Santa Cruz that will support 6 degrees of freedom movement like the Rift and the Vive without any cables.
After using headsets like the Vive and the Rift for so long, it is a bit hard to go back to only 3 degrees of freedom movement, but that is unfair to expect at this price point.
In conjunction with the 3DOF headset is Oculus Go's 3DOF wireless controller.
Like the headset, you'll be able to point in any direction, but won't be able to push or pull in three-dimensional space.
The controller itself features a circular touchpad, trigger, and buttons for back and home. To bring it closer to parity with Oculus's touch controllers, I think it would have made more sense to add a grip button. But Oculus tells me that Go is aimed more at casual gaming and watching movies and 360 videos. In terms of specs, Oculus Go supports a 2560 by 1440p LCD screen, which is capable of running at either 60Hz, like most phones, or 72Hz, which is more graphically demanding but offers a smoother experience. Oculus is leaving it up to the developers to decide which refresh rate to use for their games and apps. While I would have preferred an OLED screen that offers deeper black levels, Oculus Go does feature impressive new Fresnel lenses that offer a generous viewing spot. In addition, Oculus Go features a form of foveated rendering that renders at a higher resolution towards the center of the optics. This acts as a great performance-saving measure. With all of these display advancements combined, images look clear and text is highly legible. You will still notice jaggy aliasing issues, as it's no 4K monitor, but the screen door effect is largely mitigated, and watching HD videos in the headset looks refreshingly clear. Powering everything is Qualcomm's Snapdragon 821. While it's a good mobile processor, there's still no getting around the fact that it's still a mobile processor. You shouldn't expect desktop-level VR graphics here, as the chip can't push as many polygons as modern graphics cards. But visuals do look clean, and games like Answer Online and Coaster Combat do run consistently. The $200 version of the headset features 32GB of built-in storage, but Oculus also sells a 64GB version for $50 more. Unfortunately, the headset does not support expandable memory. In terms of loading times, Oculus Go would sometimes take a few seconds to launch games and apps, but it rarely felt egregious. Because Oculus partnered with Samsung to produce Gear VR, most Gear VR games work on the Oculus Go right out of the box. In terms of battery life, the headset lasted roughly 2 hours for me on a full charge while I watched movies and play games. That may not be mind-blowing longevity, but at least unlike other mobile VR headsets, it won't drain your phone's battery. At $200, Oculus Go is a pretty affordable standalone VR headset, but its price point does hold it back from evolving as much as I would like. If you already own Gear VR or are looking forward to a more substantial leap out of a mobile VR headset, I would wait until Oculus releases its Project Santa Cruz headset. The 6 degrees of freedom movement will feel like a breath of fresh air.
If you don't have a mobile VR headset and are looking for one that's fairly priced that will allow you to play casual VR games and watch 360 movies and pictures, then the Oculus Go is pretty much tailor-made for you.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all my Superstar patrons that made this video possible. If you want to see more VR reviews like this, please consider supporting the Patreon.